This week's guest is the head baseball coach of Sarasota High. I'm Rob. This is the pre-show tailored by Tweeds. What's up, everyone? I'm Rob. This is the Sarasota SpeaX Pre-Show tailored by Tweeds. When you are looking to level up your style game, come on down to any of our Tweeds locations all across Florida and beyond. There's a little QR code, should be on the screen right now. Feel free to screenshot that and click for some more information. This week's guest is Coach Greg Mulhollen. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Nice to be here.
So, Coach, give us a brief give us a brief outlook of this upcoming baseball season and anything that you're looking forward to, particularly anyone who may be stepping up.
Sure. That's always the question I get out to eat with the wife or, just around town. How are you guys going to be this year? Very excited about our pitching staff. I can't really put a prediction on it, but we, at the high school level, we really have elite arms, so we're building off that, preaching to our hitters, just score a few runs a game and let our pitchers dominate. So we're really excited going into the 2026 season. And, we have 13 seniors on our roster. A few of those guys are signed. Shortstop is going to UNF, Mark Metcalf, Clyde's grandson. And then we have a right-handed pitcher that's committed to SCF. So future's good.
Awesome. Yeah. So you mentioned Clyde Metcalf. Tell us a little bit about how important it was that he came back to be a part of your staff and kind of the transition to taking over after he's been such a legend for so long.
Well, first off, Clyde's a great friend of mine. I've known him for years. We've coached against each other. We've coached with each other in the travel ball sector. That's really where our friendship, started to rise up, and we became close. Traveling on the road with the summers and hotels and Chick-fil-A's and all that. So I was fortunate enough to join his staff his last season before he resigned. And just, other than being one of the best high school coaches ever to do it, right? He's just a great dad, great husband. He just lives life the right way. So you can just, absorb what he's done through his life. And, he's back. He's helping our program out. And he's doing that because he loves baseball. He was at Sarasota High for 41 years, winningest coach of all time, big shoes to fill. And but at the end of the day, he just wants to be back on the field to where, he made that program what it is. So, of course, we're so thrilled that he's working with our guys. And, Mark's his grandson, so he's, grandpa on game nights and all that stuff. So it's been great.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. And on a personal note, over all the years of coaching, is there any player that stands out to you, maybe someone who's gone on to be really successful at the collegiate or pro level that comes to mind?
Yeah. So early in my coaching career, I was at Riverview. I had a pitcher, Chad Sabatka. Chad came in as a tall, lanky right-hander, throwing 81, 82, and he left his senior year, went to USC Upstate and was drafted, made his debut with the Braves. I went to that game. So that's like, that was cool. Just to see his growth and development and to make it to the show and, to hear thanks, coach, for all you've done. And that's the rewards there. So that was cool.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that is going to do it for the pre-show. Remember, when you're looking to level up your style game, come on down to any of our Tweeds locations. Check us out online, tweedsuitshop.com. Check us out on Instagram at tweedsuitshop. Stay tuned for a quick sneak peek of this week's upcoming episode with Coach Greg Mulhollen.
So how common are sidearm pitchers and any of those other unconventional styles at the high school level? Because that seems pretty extraordinary.
Yeah, man, they're so effective. They are so effective. It's just a different angle. It's like hitting a Frisbee, kind of like a fast pitch softball pitcher. Hitters don't see it hardly ever.
Is it because they can't see where the ball's being released as easily?
Right, release point.
So they're used to seeing it like that.
The ball's coming up, right, gotcha, rather than down the down trajectory. So,
and they're just, I would assume, more rare. So the hitter sees less balls thrown that way.
Right. So we try to, convert or make 1 to 2 of those guys a year. And it's a skill that you're not going to learn it overnight, right? You're literally changing your over-the-top motion to throwing a Frisbee or throwing a boomerang, right? So it's something that we really really, try to teach kids in the fall and the summer to where we can use it in the spring.
So you identify people who potentially could use
position guys. You're not going to take
you're not going to take a pitcher that's seasoned and turn him into that, but you're going to take somebody who's got a good arm in the outfield.
Yeah, and their outings are come in and get a right-handed hitter out, or get us out of this inning, right? Get us a ground ball, stuff like that. So.
Any other unconventional styles or things you guys teach?
No.
I would love to hear about that.
The Bugs Bunny ethos is no longer, right? The knuckleball, never seen.
Why do they call it the Bugs?
Just because it floats, right? Remember Bugs Bunny cartoons?
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends are from Boston, and they're Sox fans, so we used to watch Wakefield.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the one I think of.
Amusing.
Now, that was something special.
Yeah, he was.
Catcher had a big old softball mitt. And
what's the other one? Dickie, who used to throw it in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
ended up as a Blue Jay. I think he won a Cy Young.
Did he?
He did.
Holy crap.
He did.
Well, so no knuckleballers at the high school level, but the sidearm, you do that. Okay.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Okay.
So we tried to. We tried to.
So I heard in the pre-show that you got Coach Metcalf back on the staff. What is his role?
Oh, man, he is our pillar of wisdom, right? And like I said in the pregame, he's just a great friend of mine. He needs to write a book on just how to live life, right? I could just listen to him talk for days about his stories, situations, advice, experiences, not just on the diamond, right? But just, raising kids and how to be a husband and all that stuff. He's just an all-star at everything he does. So yeah, we're blessed. He's back. He took a few years off. He really wanted to see Mark play baseball. And at that moment when he resigned, Mark lived up in Tallahassee. So he's on the road back and forth a lot. But Mark and Mike and all them moved back down here. So Mark's my shortstop, leadoff hitter. So Clyde's been at the games last year, but now he just misses baseball,
Are those his grandkids or something?
Yeah, Mark's his grandson.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's on your team now.
He's a senior in our program. Yep. So, he's at practice. Every day I ask him questions, right? I'm always trying to learn. And, you got the legend right there with you, standing side by side. And, what do you got? So it's been great.